How to make the perfect sexy chic skirt in under 3 hours, inspired by Expedition 33 new outfits. This tutorial is 100% overlock-free for stretch fabrics, so you can make it with a regular sewing machine. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see how I made the top part, you can show your support by following me and sharing this video. Now let's begin. First, you will need 4 measurements: your waist, your high hips, and the length you want for the skirt. Next, you divide your waist and your hip measurement by 4 because we are only drafting 1/4 of the pattern. You draw a rectangle as long as your skirt length. You mark your quarter waist measure at the top and your quarter hip measure lower down, like 10 or 50 centimeters below. You connect the points and this is your base pattern. For my version, I added a point going down from the belly button to create a V shape inspired by the Expedition 33 design because I really love that silhouette. If you don't want folder draping, you can already cut and sew the skirt from this base pattern, but if you want to add some drama like I did, here's how I modify it. Around the hip area, draw a raise every 2 centimeters, all starting from the center of the skirt. Cut along those lines and spread the pattern open. I placed mine on white paper so it's easier to see the process. All the white space will turn into folds. I use a stretch black fabric with a subtle patterns that I had in my stash for years. This was the perfect moment to finally use it. You fold the fabric in half and trace the pattern and cut. Do this twice, once for the front and once for the back. Next, fold the fabric following the raise and pin the sides together. Since I wanted a slit, I pinned one side all the way down and stopped at the bottom of the hip on the other side. Then I sewed. You can use either a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch, but be careful with stretch stitches on stretch fabric because they can snap easily. I recommend a triple stitch if you go straight, but sometimes it can damage delicate fabrics, so the safest option is an elastic stitch, like a zigzag stitch. I tried the skirt on, and since I wanted the slit to be way sexier, I decided to cut it open more. If you're not comfortable showing that much skin, feel free to skip this step, of course. Then I added a waistband. You just fold rectangles in half and sew them to the skirt. If you made a V-shaped waist like mine, it will be a trapezoid that follows the angle of the V. I also added an invisible zipper at the back, and then I made the hem. For the hem, it's super easy. If you need stretch, you use an elastic stitch like the zigzag one, and if you don't need stretch, you use a straight stitch. Since the fabric doesn't fray, there is no need for a double hem or overlocking the fabric. And voila, my skirt inspired by the latest Expedition 33 designs is ready. It is super sexy but still really classy and I absolutely love it. I think I will wear this for like parties or concerts, I don't know. But I hope you liked this tutorial and follow me for more custom making. It was Amina, bye!